Hey guys, this is Kingelffe and I'm back again playing Satisfactory. And, well, if you guys didn't watch the end of last video, then you're probably wondering why I've got nothing in my inventory. Well, it's because something kind of like, this happened, at the end of last video. Yeah, kind of embarrassing. So, yeah, we gotta replace a bunch of our stuff. I have no more copper, for anything. I do have a decent amount of iron supplies, though, because we set up our auto iron factory last time. But I've got to craft up a bunch of copper supplies for today's episode, because today what we're going to be doing is we're going to do the last two researches in Tier 1, so we're going to do base building and field research, and we're going to try and lay down some foundation for our factory as well. That way we don't have just wonky spaghetti conveyor belts going everywhere. Um, so I'm gonna get my copper supplies back up and running. Alright, so the good news and the bad news. The good news is I've got my Xenozapper back, and I've got a bunch of materials to build our copper factory. Bad news is that right there. That's not supposed to be red. Halfway through making all this stuff, I ran out of fuel for both of these biomass burners. So, yeah, our factory is offline right now. I'm gonna have to go collect up a bunch of leaves and sticks and stuff and make some more biomass to keep the factory going. But we're gonna do that after I build the copper factory. So we're gonna get to that right now. And ooh, nuts! I actually need those because when I died, I came back with like no health. You actually come back with 3 haunches, I believe. I found some nuts before to eat. Now there's some more. Because, yeah, there's a bush right here, too. But, yeah, we're going to build up our copper factory over here, and, yeah, we'll be right back. So, during this time lapse, I want to talk to you guys about my other series that I have going on YouTube. So, obviously, I've got my Satisfactory series, which you guys are watching right now. Hope you guys are enjoying that, because I know I am. This is a really fun game. Other than that, I do have my Minecraft Encyclopedia series. So in that, I'm taking different aspects of Minecraft and I'm just breaking them down into smaller videos. My first video I uploaded on the channel was 113 Village Mechanics, and it was a long video, and when I updated that to 114, it was an even longer video. It was like almost an hour long or something like that. So I decided to break down the topics a little bit more so that it's not just a broad spectrum like village. I'd take smaller things like villagers or iron golems and just do 10-minute videos on those. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, make sure to check that series out. Also a lot of fun. Those videos take a long time to make too because I have to do all the research and there's a lot of editing involved in that too. Um, Also, in a video quite a while ago, I mentioned that I play on the False Symmetry Patreon server, and that server is resetting soon, so I would like to do a Let's Play on that. So you can look forward to that in the future. I believe the reset is coming on the 6th of August, so you might have a video on either the 6th or the 7th to watch of me playing a brand new survival Minecraft world, and we'll have all the guys there, so yeah, we'll just derp around on the server a little bit and hopefully have a bit of fun. But yeah, coming up here, we're gonna get attacked, so enjoy that. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I'm going sky high. Die, die, die. Ow. Oh, there's more than one. Ow. How many of them are there? There's 3. No, there's 2? There's at least 2. Okay, 1 down. Ow! Swear to God, if this guy kills me, I don't want my second death already. Oh my God, he's so fast. Come on. Ah, I got him. I'm almost dead, but I got him. Whew. Okay, back to resource gathering. So yeah, that was fun. Almost dying again. But anyways, like I said, make sure to check out those other series, and make sure you leave some comments in the comment section down below on all my videos. It really helps me with some feedback. That way I know what you guys want to see, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, all that kind of stuff. And it'll help just promote my videos a little bit too, so that more people will see it. And, well, I'll have more motivation to keep making them. But yeah, let's get back to it. Alright, so we finished building up our copper factory over there, and well, as you probably saw during the time lapse, that is a prime example of why we need foundation. I kept placing things too close together, and I wasn't able to connect the conveyor belts, and it was a pain. And then I kept placing stuff backwards too. That was on me. But yeah, then we gathered up a bunch of fuel so we can get our factory back online. So we'll just toss a bunch of stuff inside all the generators, and we'll turn this back on. Sweet. And yep, we're still below that. We'll see how it turns out once all of the copper stuff turns back on. Just gonna make sure that everything over here is hooked up to power. So I did forget to do some stuff. So everything looks to be hooked up to power, but I did not tell it what to smelt. So I give it a 50-50 chance that our power is just going to blow again. Okay, so coming out this end, we want to turn the copper into copper wire, and then we want to turn that copper wire into cable, and then that'll go into that storage container over there. Then on the other side here, we're going to just make straight copper wire. Alright, do we have stuff going into both? Okay, I think we're good. Power hasn't blown, so we're probably sitting steady underneath the 70 cap. Sweet, so we have everything being made automatically now. All our copper resources, all of our concrete, and all of our iron resources. Which means that it is time to start working on research. We're going to start out with foundation, or base building, which gives us all the different foundation and walls, as well as this lookout tower. So, no. Okay, we'll start that research, but I guess I was wrong on the power requirements, because, yeah, our power grid just blew again. Sick. Okay, that means we're going to need another biomass burner here. So we'll just build that up real quick. Is there enough space to place one? Yeah, there's got to be. Okay, cool. We're just going to toss it down right here. We'll hook it up to the... I guess it helps if I click the right thing. We'll hook it up to the power grid. And we'll toss what we've got left of our biomass in here. Cool. Now we've got in 100 megawatt capacity, so that should be good. We were at 70 before, and I saw it peak out at 67. It probably went above 70 at some point. Alright, cool. So we should be good there. What do we need to collect? Just toss in what we have here. Cool, so we need more of everything. I'm going to collect up those resources, and also, what do we need for the next one, field research? Just more copper resources and iron plates. Cool, so I'm going to collect up everything we need for the two of them, probably, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've been AFK for... got stuck on a rock, I guess. I've been AFK for a little bit, and I managed to collect... well, everything we're gonna need. We got a lot of everything now. So let's head back here and get foundations done. Or, I keep calling it foundations, but that's what we're getting. It's base building. Alright, so we'll throw in the last of the concrete we need, iron plates, and metal bars. Sweet, let's launch. And we'll watch the takeoff too.
You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
Space. Okay, cool. So we're not going to be able to launch the next thing until that pod gets back in a minute 30 seconds. And I feel like I need to sneeze. Alright, so the next thing we're going to need to do is field research, and that'll give us an extra hand slot, so we'll be able to hold something else in our hand if we want to hold our Xeno Zapper and something else, like the object scanner once we get it. And also it'll give us more inventory space, which is something that's great about this game, something that Minecraft has been missing for ages. As you progress through the different tiers of the game, you get more inventory space because, well, you can have more items in your inventory. It'll also give us the M.A.M, which is basically a research center, so we can research different things to do with different resources, and we'll also, hi doggo, we'll also be able to uh, figure out how to find those different resources as well. So, what we're gonna do is we're going to completely fill our inventory with concrete because we're gonna need that for when we start doing foundations. We're gonna at least try and ferry a bunch of it over here. So we can actually access foundations now here, and we can make different kinds of ramps and different heights of foundations. So for the base, we're probably going to do the 4 meter deep one because, well, we'll want to elevate it a bit so that we don't have grass growing out of our foundation. In all the higher up ones, we can decide how thick we want the floor to be, though. So let's just grab as much concrete as we can. Until I was AFK for a while. Okay, I can store more of it. There we go. And our pod's back, so we can send it off again once we get back. And we'll have our field research done. It'll also be great once we start getting further in the research tree because then we'll be able to get the launchers as well. So rather than having to run across that land bridge, which killed me last episode, we can have a launch pad over here and some goo or something to catch us over there so that we don't just splat on the ground. That's what me and my buddy have going on our other world. Alright, let's send out field research. Because, yeah, we can just load it all up right now. And launch again. That pilot's getting no break.
The molecular analysis machine, referred to as the M.A.M, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field. To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons. Note: the object scanner requires calibration via the M.A.M to enable detection of specific objects.
We need one more reinforced plate to make the M.A.M. We're going to do that so that I can just show you what it's all about, and then we'll get working on some foundation stuff. Just going to plop it down here. Cool. So this guy right here, like I said, is a research center. So if we open it up, autosave is in the way. We can open up different trees of things to research them further. So for example, we have the alien carapace here. So we can click that and start some research. It'll tell you how much time it takes to research. There are some things that take longer than others. This is a beginner level thing, so.
New recipe unlocked.
Sweet. Now we
New
have
research available in the M.A.M.
Okay, you done talking, Ada? Sweet. So now we have new research that we can do. So if we get 10 more of these, then we can research how to make biomass with it. You can also do different researches on flower petals and the different food you can find throughout the world. So as you get further down the tree, you can start combining these different foods and getting better health restoration. Cool. So enough on that for now. We're going to get into the fun part, which is actually starting to build our factory. So the only thing that we won't be able to put on the foundation is our miner, because that has to be directly on the ore source. So we're going to do something that's going to hurt a little bit here because we just built this up last episode, but we're going to time-lapse the rebuilding of it, I think. We're literally going to tear our entire factory down. Just get some space in the inventory because we're going to get all of our resources back that we used before. Cool. So just take out the deconstructor and go to town destroying everything, because we need to place down our foundations. Man, it just sounds like everything is dying as I'm breaking it. I think the factory is trying to restart, but realizing that it can't. So there's still a little bit of fuel in the 2 small biomass burners there, but not enough to restart anything. Oh, when your inventory fills up, it just drops everything in crates on the ground. I don't want to accidentally destroy my hubs, so I'll put that away. Just throw those in there, and we don't need the iron either. Cool. So yeah, you also don't have to worry about stuff despawning because it'll just drop on the ground. So we'll destroy everything except for our storage container because I obviously don't have enough room to pick up that much stuff. And we can get rid of our power poles as well, because we're going to be replacing those. Alright, cool. So obviously the first thing you'd want to do is get rid of any brush that's around, but this stuff we're not going to be able to get rid of until we have a chainsaw. So we're just going to have to deal with that in the middle of our foundations for now. Like I said, you probably want to use the 4-meter high one for your base foundation, because obviously the terrain is different heights around here. You don't want to press it right up against the miner either, because you want space for the conveyor belt to come up, so I like to put it out a little bit. And then you can just go to town placing foundation. It can get a little expensive, but you know. So let's see, let's start with a 5 wide area, we'll say. Yeah, 5 should be good. And then we'll go back another 4, I guess, to start. We'll probably have to go back further because once we start placing machines, we'll need more space. Cool. So we have a base to start with. Now, the first thing we want to put back is our splitter, because we want to go into a bunch of different smelters. But as you can see already, it'll snap into place. So you don't have to worry about not having things lined up anymore. So we'll just do that, and we'll hook it up with a conveyor belt. And where is the smelter? Here we go. So just make sure it's properly aligned. It's way easier to line everything up now because it just snaps into a grid. So we want to try and hug everything close together. But at the same time, we also want to have a little bit of space between each of the smelters, because obviously the constructor is a little bit of a bigger unit, so that has to go in front. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and center them on these different foundation pieces as much as we can, and keep them in line with the other smelters. There we go. Cool. And then we can hook up the conveyor belts like this if we want, or we can go for the nicer solution. So what you can do is you can line this up properly, and obviously if you were to place it right here and try and curve it in, it's not going to line up properly, right? Oh, stuff's already coming out. So what you need to do to counteract that is line it up and then back up 2 grid spaces. So 1, 2, then place the conveyor belt there, and then go from there into the miner, and that'll give you the perfect curve. So we'll do that on the other side too. So line up, back 2 grid spaces, place, connect. And it's easy like that. Oh, and don't forget to hook up the middle one too. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the rest of the constructors What I'm also going to do is I'm going to make a second level to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the constructors out front here, or at least the first set of them. Then they're going to go up into another set of constructors for the stuff like screws, and then they're going to go into the storage crates up there as well. So second level will make screws and store everything. So I'm going to time lapse that real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. I finished up making the factory. I'll give you a little walk around here in case it was too fast before. So we got the same thing going on as before. We've got the miner going into a splitter, going into a bunch of smelters that are making iron ingots. Then from there we have not actually hooked the smelters up to anything. So we're going to do that real quick and pretend that I had that done the entire time. So we've got the smelters making iron ingots going into constructors. One of them's making iron plates, two of them are making iron bars, or rods, sorry. And then from there they go into elevators. Then all of the items will go up the elevators. The plates will go into storage, and the far iron rods will go into storage as well. The middle one will go into another constructor, make bolts or screws, and then that'll go into storage as well. So the only thing we have left to do is turn the power back on and make sure everything works properly. And during that time lapse, I also collected up the biomass we need to start everything back up. So we've got to put stuff in 4 of them. We'll make sure these two have 200 each, and then we'll just split the rest down the middle. for the small burners. And remember, just right click to split a stack. So we'll toss that in, we'll toss that in, and we will pull the lever. Sick. We are back online and we have a factory. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. We got quite a bit done, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next time we are going to look at the research in tier 2. We're going to start with part assembly and go from there. Because once we get that going, we can start building assemblers, which can make multi-component items automatically, and we can go a lot of places from there. So thanks again for watching. Make sure to leave me some feedback in the comments section. Make sure to like it if you did, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.